Welcome back, I'm Dr. Ruckus, and today in top 1% ranked Mythic Standard, we're playing a bit of Selesnya Cage with Elspeth Storm Slayer on top. She is effectively taking the place of the Bright Glass Gear Hulk here today. Other versions of this have run the Gear Hulk, plus maybe a couple other useful 1-drops in there to fetch off the Gear Hulk, but today we're going to try Elspeth. She does all the things. She makes some blockers, she presents a win con to give +1/+1 in flying out of nowhere to your entire squad, and can -3 to destroy any target creature an opponent controls mana value 3 or greater, so very solid card. Doubling the tokens is actually quite relevant in this deck. You can double the Miss More tokens, you can double the Salvager tokens, the Toby tokens, the Evangelist tokens, the Wild Guide Offspring tokens, and the Paw Patch Recruit Offspring tokens. So she's going to be quite solid. You almost got me to play a Crater Hoof Behemoth in here, but I don't think I can make myself do it. Yeah, you mean you want to hit it off the cage, but if you ever draw this card, it's just dead in your hand because it's pretty unlikely we're going to get up to 8 mana, I think. So we're going to go with 4 Elspeth here today and give it a run. It's going to be fun. This is a deck I don't play that often. And hopefully we can just do the cage thing and pop off. And hopefully we just don't get run over by mono red every single game. We do have 2 shelters in there. For what it's worth. There aren't 0 shelters. There are 2 shelters. We'll see. We're actually starting in top 2% Mythic. We're not in 1% currently. We're on the play with no 1-drop. Or effective 2-drop. Or cage. We could probably get a more explosive hand with this particular deck, I think. I mean, the shelter on 2 with no target is not ideal. We're going to try again here. Alright, we have the cage. We still have no 1-drop. We'll keep this. Probably one of our 3-drops can go... maybe the Evangelist, because Toby could wield the shelter a bit better. Okay, we'll see how this goes. Mono black. There's a 1-drop. I guess we will start here, I think. Ramp into Toby. Dead immediately. I like that. Not a land. Okay. Collector's Cage. Anything juicy? Yeah, an Elspeth. Okay, sure. Now we just need to hit some land. Liliana. Discard.
No more distractions. Let's make this quick. Don't overthink.
Do we keep the shelter? Probably. Or do we just bin the 4-drop? It's kind of a lot to ask to hit that many lands right now. I think you can go for now, because who knows... I mean, it's not a land, so we're doing nothing here. We are doing nothing. Now who gets discarded? Probably Evangelist is maybe the weakest. For now. I don't know if Shelter will find a target, but there'll be something that needs to die. Oh my gosh, it's just discard Tribal. Alright, I think at this point Shelter goes. 5 loyalty counters. I mean, we basically lost here. We just can't hit land to save our life. Alright, it does ramp, but Liliana can just kill it, so, well, pretty good game, Magic, I'd say. Pretty good game. Okay, I guess, maybe Toby's slightly worse. In case we are able to attack down Elspeth. These guys gotta attack together, or at least the token has to attack with someone else. Oh my gosh, dude. Can you just chill for 1 fucking second? Oh my gosh, he's gonna ult us. Well, looks like we get to attack down Liliana here. I mean, we have to attack Liliana. I don't think we give him the ults. Although we don't lose any resources because we don't have any resources to lose. Honestly, the ult is not even that scary. But I do think we are attacking down this thing. This is instant speed, yeah? Okay, you can just be for 1 then. And we might as well pump you up, I suppose. Shut off the ults for what it's worth.
Do not touch me again.
Alright, they hit their 4th land, so they can level up a talent and start drawing extra. Sack a creature. I guess it is the recruit here. It's another Liliana. Jesus. Just when you think you got out of this terrible game. Goodbye. Good night.
Off you go.
Boy, if we could hit a 3rd land, I'd be pretty stoked. Nope. Whew. Alright, it's a scoop time. This is terrible. How many draws have we had? 1, 2, 3. I mean, we've gone through so many cards here. There's just not a land in sight. Alright, I think I'm about done here. It's an elf. Elf on a shelf. Sure. Yeah, I think we are about buried. Momentum breaker, dude. I think I'm out. I think the 2-lander for like 7 turns in a row is about enough for me. Whew. All right, that's a good start to the day. Just get warmed up, just sipping on some coffee, you know. Never didn't have it. Never didn't have it. That was nasty. Discard is probably, like I said before, probably the best budget deck you can run. Because you get so many good removal spells in black at common and uncommon. Throw Liliana in there randomly. The Banner's Talent is your budget annex. You know, it's a draw engine. It's not a perfect one, but it is acceptable. Play Hanaf. We're on the draw. We got a 1-drop and a cage and a 3-drop. I think it's reasonable enough. We're stuck on 2 lands, and now I have PTSD off that, but it'll be just fine. Turn 1 Duress. 1 cage goes. Or the Elspeth. Not sure. Decisions. MTGA Obsession says, you know it's serious when the flannel comes off. The flannel comes off when I get too hot. And now that it's getting closer to summertime, it's getting hotter. Right now I'm taking my socks off. It's just a heat thing. It's not a seriousness thing. It's about time. Jeans are about over. As far as temperature goes. Okay. Let's do a little cage here. I suppose the salvager, or we could go into the next cage. Chaining cages is not that bad. Evangelist here. I think chaining cages is maybe more worthwhile. It's gonna be a while until we get 3 creatures, though. Opponent is mono black removal. A little insatiable avarice. Okay. Next land is fine by me. Dump some creatures on the battlefield. The Black Avenger says on yesterday's video that against Black, the win con was you not getting rid of their annex. That was bizarre. They had like 10 draws off the annex and just didn't do anything the entire game. And eventually we hit a get lost for the annex, and they never drew another annex. That was it. That was the whole game plan. It was literally just 1 annex, and then that was it. 1 annex, and then like 40 removal spells. That was their entire deck. They could not stop the fish army. Maybe they take the shelter here. They're thinking. Alright, more land showing up. Sure. Okay, so you can get a better hideaway. There is the Elspeth. We'll take that. Okay. Well, we'll pump you up because we got nothing better to do. All the lands from last game that were missing showing up here. I don't know if the next cage was the right choice. I mean, if we can cage once, we can probably cage a second time, right? Or we could have just dumped like another salvager on the battlefield. Alright, well, if we hit any 3-drop, that's close to doing it. So 2 counters does get there right now. Let's see if we can pull it off. No stick. No stick. Alright. Elspeth it is. That is quite nice for us. Alright, that was huge. I don't know if they can beat Elspeth. Mono Black's got a lot of single target removal, but unless they have a sweeper. This is mana value or power? Mana value 3 or greater. Yeah, I think you probably just die. Let's start with the next cage round. Could go on anything here, really. Maybe pumping a trampler could be useful. Like you could go to 2. Not sure it matters too much. I guess they want to kill the recruits. Maybe getting you up to 4 is fine as well. Alright, let's do it like this. So here's the next cage. Miss Moore seems great. Let's run it back. I think someone else can get leveled up here. Maybe a random token. Do we have lethal if we just fly in the air? They block... No, not yet. Okay, we'll just take the minus here. Okay, that's a boatload of damage. So yeah, they need a nice mono black sweeper here. So Gix's command would kill everything except for the 4/4. We'd still have lethal, I think. If they played the -3 dragon, that would kill everything except 2 of these guys. Deadly cover will do it though. Alright, game goes on. We've burned all 3 cages. I guess we could have waited on the last cage. Then we'd still have a Miss Moore's tucked under with no creatures. Okay. It's a huge squad. Very significant squad. Everyone's got flying too. They need the next deadly cover up back to back. So the benefit to caging on your own turn is you get around removal spells, but if you wait till your opponent's turn, you can potentially save it for a post sweeper. Alright, there is the next round. Okay, goodbye. We take the Elspeths or the Miss Moores. Alright, it's another creature off the top though. Plus Elspeth again. The army is unrelenting, just 5 creatures a turn is kind of crazy to be able to produce that much. That's not going to do it. That is game right there. Okay, we can load up some of these guys. Not that it matters, but it's the correct thing to do. It ain't going to do it. Okay, good game. I guess they could have gotten one more sweeper off the top, in theory. Sweet. Elspeth feeling really nice in this deck. And 5 mana is not uncastable off of our 24 land mana base. Seemed good. Just a good card. Good use to your mythic rares. Alright, what's that? One terrible loss to mono black discard, and then one decent go wide win versus mono black as well. Okay. I was talking the other day, I was playing Azorius Control, and I was like, damn, I feel really bad playing against a Steel Cutter with no lockdown in hand. It was just a tough game. Just every turn, I was like, alright, well, I can remove a creature and they'll just make another one. Wild Guide. I think this is okay. We have a couple turns to hit a 3-drop. Alright, there's a 3-drop. That's not so bad. Anyway, I was like, man, there's no Abrade in our colors. Okay, let's just start with a little bit of ramp. But yeah, someone's commenting, Kami 4242, you can run Exercise, which can destroy artifact damage creatures. You can run Soul Partition. We've been experimenting with that. There's also Stroke of Midnight, which is 2 and a white, which is not bad as well. Okay, opponent on, I guess, True Control, supposedly. There is no super mana efficient play. I guess we can just drop the Miss Moores here. Means we can't cage next turn though. So maybe we'll just go Salvager or Toby instead. See if we can't do the cage thing. Alright, bottom for 2. Authority of the Consuls, okay. Well, I think I'll attempt to gauge. Three steps ahead, sure. Mistmoors would be the ideal play. I think we'll keep developing. We don't know if they have the sweeper or not. Yeah. I mean, otherwise what? This is not bad. There's no way to know. I think we have decent follow-ups to the sweepers, so we'll go with this. Unknown. We'll feel bad if they Sunfall or Day of Judgment, but we'll also feel bad if we don't develop the board and they don't have it. They have it. It's Sunfall on 5. No questions asked. Alright. Mistmoors or Salvager. I think we can run out the ramp. Elspeth could definitely be decent, although all the tokens will gain him a life. So it is a long road to victory. Alright, Sunfall back to back. Seems decent. Here, you're gonna have 2 more life. I'll throw it to you. Five to the face. 8/8 to the face. Okay. I mean, at this point, we're oddly in the defensive position. We are at 12 here, so no attacks. We can offer the double walk with 3/3. If they want to blow our removal spell on the 2/1, it's fine. I'm sure they will, but... Alright, 7 life left. They have a 5/5 left. I think we have to commit one more thing to the battlefield here, sadly. So we didn't hit land for Elspeth. Everything we play is going to come to tapped, actually. So it is not ideal no matter how you slice it. You at least make targeted removal a little bit worse. It's a counter spell. Okay. We will threaten the double walk. Yeah. Well, it's a pretty bizarre game of Magic. Whew. You run the Elspeth into the final counterspell. We do get to flip the Mistmoors here regardless, which is not that bad. I mean, Elspeth is even better next turn, because we guarantee the Mistmoors attack. So maybe we go Evangelist here instead. If there's one more counterspell, let's try to get it out of the hand. And blow some map tokens this turn. No counter. We'll attempt this. Salvager on top. Sure. It's fine. Okay. Flip the Mistmoors. They could Demolition Field it away if they want. They don't, though. I guess it's Elspeth's Smite. Or it's the next Sunfall. If it's a Smite, I think I don't want to block. If it's Sunfall, then you can just have your third Sunfall. Go no blocks here. So nothing yet. Okay, we attempt Elspeth here. Dude's got all the mana open. Didn't counter my Evangelist last turn, but we tried to run it out of them if we could. It is, in fact, the next counterspell. Just you. We need 2 blockers, so we potentially have, they need 2 removal spells, and if they have both, then they win, but it's probably the direction we need to get moving. Sunfall. Again. 3rd Sunfall. So we lose here because everything we play will come in tapped. We would have to, something that can be done. Everything will come in tapped. Level 6/6. Swing for 6. And that will be game. Just for show. To land, okay. And they just have to power up the 6/6 here. That is not lethal. They had lethal. They missed it though. Okay, game goes on another turn. Okay, then they power it up. All right. Goodbye. That was a pretty bad game for us. I guess we just got swept up repeatedly. That's how it is sometimes. All right. It's all good. Good beats, as Numa the Nummy likes to say. He says that quite a lot. I don't know if that's a Magic the Gathering term, or like a, is that something that people within the Magic the Gathering, I'm not sure, player universe, you know, to call it, like verbal meta, is that something people say a lot, or is that just a him thing? I don't know. Like say it a lot. Good beats, good beats, good beats. The Bong Wolf, 6/6. We're on the draw. Again, it's nothing until turn 3. Probably don't keep this. Feels too slow. We at least can cage on 2. It's not that much better. Put back a Evangelist, I think. It's mono red. It's a turn 1 hero. It's a land. Touching the land. Aguar Ilada says, please make a deck with Erebras Forge, Simulacrum Synthesizer, Caretaker's Talent, and United Battlefront. It's totally all caps, busted, broken, 100% win rate. I'm down. I like busted decks. I'll tell you that. I do like busted decks. I like winning more than losing. That much is for sure. Should I run no 1-drops or 2-drops? Maybe just ramp. Maybe I can find a way to ramp. And run as few 1-drops and 2-drops as possible. And just go right into Battlefront. I would like that. I honestly would like that. I would honestly enjoy playing this deck. I don't know what we do versus mono red. But it sounds fun. Yeah, I don't know what's been going on the opponent's side of the battlefield, but I feel like they're just kind of doing their thing here. Feels like roughly a loss on our side. How do we have such? How are we at 5 life? It's only my 3rd turn. Like, what happened? What's been happening over here? This guy's got permanent trample, which is nice. Okay, potentially a Steel Cutter deck. I just haven't seen the Steel Cutter yet. It's 3 mana to pump, so they can't pump it this turn. If we cage an Elspeth, it's not really that productive. The 3/3 hero with trample when we're down to 5 is just very bad for us. We have to hit a shelter to have a chance here. We can't chump block the hero because it's trample, but we can't kill it because it implodes. This opponent has like 1 more shock in hand here. I mean, I'm pretty sure we've lost any which way. Not too inspired by this game, I'll tell you that. Gonna offer this block, they pump it up. I mean, okay, I think we just lost any which way. Don't think it's really worth sinking too much thought and time into. Burst Lightning Face. My goodness. Riveting material. The Bong Wolf strikes again, instilling smoke and fear into his enemies with every mono red play. The good news is I'm through my coffee at this point. So hopefully we are waking up a little bit. Been trying to get off coffee. I've been off coffee a while, but this morning I was just like, oh god, gotta wake up somehow. On the play, all whites. These opening hands have been very decent today. Dude, no 1-drop or 2-drop. Oh man. I don't think I'm gonna go to 5, but this is we've not had such good draws today. Legend can go back. Alright, here we go. Okay, Control or Omniscience. Or Jeskai. Alright, we hit a 2-drop at least. Makes you feel better about our life choices. The next Elspeth, or we just take the Overlord. We have one on hand already. Okay, opponent being slow. Could have a Torch to Tower. Actually, they have white. Means they'll have nothing to interact here, I think. I think we'll get you out. Having the pay 2 and tap ability, I think it's gonna be nice. We have a lot of tokens on the way. So long term, I think I'd rather have that ability available. If we hit the land off the top, we do get to cage. If they do nothing. They could abrade our cage if they're running a braid in their Jeskai control deck. Touching the lands. Checking out those basic planes. Touching the Salvager. Touching the Salvager again. Touch. It's a lot of touch. There's a Torch. A 2-mana open here. We do hit the land, but it is a tap land. I don't see much stick. Okay. That is rough, assuming they can hit like a whale here. Or another explosion for 4 damage. It's a Shiko. 5 damage, okay. Game goes on. It's not over yet. Shiko, just get back a Torch. A Torch 2-1. Stock up. Okay, we don't have to land. I mean, I guess we can technically threaten Cage this turn. Let that resolve. Guess we attack here first. We don't have to cage right now. We can wait until they target something, then they have to use 2 removal spells. Okay, we don't have to cage. We can wait. If they go for it now, we just cage in response. The question is, do they have the next sweeper? think they see the conundrum, though. The question is, do we cage the Evangelist or the 2-1? If we cage the Evangelist and they torch it, we're a little bit sad because it dies, right? We get lost the Mistmores. Well, they're tapped out, so if we wanted to cage and guarantee it, we do get it. We don't know if they have the next sweeper, but I think it's worth it. Just to guarantee we get this off. Okay. So we get the guaranteed cage under the removal spell, but we still die to a sweeper if they can sweep up a 6/6. Which means they need like a Meringue, River Regent, or a Whale to discard to the Ill-Timed Explosion. We don't know if they run Day of Judgment or not. So they don't have the sweeper here, right? Otherwise they just do it. They could have a sweeper and be debating, like, should they kill everything except for the 6/6? I think that could be something reasonable to have in hand. Could try to Shiko into a stock up. I think they'll try to Shiko into a stock up for the next sweeper is my guess. They just grab a torch. That is pretty interesting. Okay. Maybe that was lethal. Okay, we're gonna run back the cage here. They scoop. Alright. It's not lethal, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage, I think. But I guess they didn't feel like they were going to top deck a sweeper to get out of that. Well, we're holding in there today. I think we're 50-50 or a little bit worse, but it's not the end of the world. We're 2 and 3, I think. Maybe we're 3 and 3. I never know how fast Untapped updates on these things. Feels like 2 and 3 is about right. Morocco. We're on the draw with a decent opening hand this time. Pretty bottlenecked on green, though. I guess the elves will help solve that a bit. Mr. Krusty says, lol Mako, pronounced May Cow, like the shark. Also great deck. Is that true? May Cow. M-A-Y-K-O-W. I am not familiar with that. Mono blue. I think we just ramp as much as we can. There is stick here. Do you want to counter that? Do you want to counter this? What do you think they are? Old school mono blue Jin? No. New age dragons. Are they missing a land though? Yeah, there is it. Alright. Rampy dragons. Okay. Just thinking if they'll have target removal, if the recruit would be good here. I think Toby is fine. I think we'll save the recruit to double spell next turn. And just swing for 2. Okay, 5 mana Hasty Dragon. It's a 4 mana Hasty Dragon. Whoever attacks, create a treasure token. 2 mana open. No stick at all. Okay. Well, I think we keep pushing here. up to 11. Huge fleet plus the squad pump off the Evangelist. They're sad. Incinerator of the Guilty. As coming damage to a player, you may collect evidence X. When you do this, creature does X damage to each creature and each planeswalker that player controls. So that is a trample. Collect evidence X. So they can collect 2 and then deal 2 damage to all of our creatures. X damage to each creature and each planeswalker that player controls. Okay. So you might as well block because we're about to lose all our 1-drops, right? I think is what's about to happen here. You have both trample. Yeah, man, I think we're about to lose everyone, so it doesn't matter where we block. Save 1 point of damage, and then I've never seen this card played. I think they're about to evidence 2, and then sweep our board for 2 damage. Yeah, X equals 2. Kind of cool. We have 8 damage presented, but we lose on the crackback. I mean, technically we can block 1 thing. Okay. And they just went with trample. Alright, I mean, I've never seen that card played, so that's pretty cool. Incinerator of the Guilty. Plus the Twin Flame Tyler. My goodness. Deals double that damage instead. Alright, you got it, dude. It's like 30 damage in 1 turn. Okay. Alright. That's one way to do it, for sure. The Black Avenger says, I was confused why you didn't get lost the Corey Steelcutter when he cast the second spell the first time. Because Get Lost can only hit enchantments, creatures, and planeswalkers, and the Corey Steelcutter is an artifact. That is why. Lojack MTG says, Happy Easter, Doc. Thanks for another great video. Happy Easter to you too. I hope if you celebrate or have any time with family or whatever it is, hope you had a nice day the other day. What's on the play? This is an opening hand that is okay with me. It is it mono red? Our hand's not awful. We'll see if we just lose on turn 3, but I guess we go Toby and then potentially could Cage or Mistmoors. We have almost no life gain unless we get Shelter. Alright, 6 damage to blocks. I think we just get the 4/4 here. And I guess we'd be forced to offer the double block, although it's fairly painful into anything they have. Or we can try to ignore everything and just Cage and hope that's enough to win. I mean, you'd want to hit a Mistmoors off it. We already have 2 in hand, so it's fairly unlikely. I don't think Elspeth is as good as the 1/1s don't do such a great job of blocking. Well, take the turn off to stock up. This is not the end of the world. So it looks like we're going to go no blocks here and try to Cage to victory. Or we can double block this thing. They do nothing. That's great. Okay. So in Cage, do we trust? It's probably worth it, I think, to go for it. I mean, it's pretty similar to playing the worst case scenario. We get another Salvager, basically, right? All right, we'll take the Elspeth. Yeah, I'll put it here. We could hit him for 10, which is funny, but we probably lose on the crackback, right? So I guess we go +1 here, but the +0 is really not that bad either. Maybe we just +0 and discourage blocks. I feel like the +0 is nasty. Just sit back with a 5/5, a 3/3, and a 2/2 that don't fly. Got the Mistmoors on the way. Ideally, we don't lose the elf here. Trample is an issue, though. Go and attack here. So we throw everything under the bus, knowing that we have Elspeth. I think we basically do here. I don't think they run Lightning Strike. I think we'll even throw the elf under. I don't think they run Witchstalker Frenzy. They could bounce the 5/5, which would suck. They do bounce the 5/5 and the talent with one red open. So they have one more instant. Luckily not, actually. Okay, the next land. That's a lot of tokens, dude. Is there no stick to use the cage there? Oh, we tapped it. My bad. Yeah, of course. Okay, let's stock up. I mean, I'm feeling okay. I mean, we have a huge attacking force this turn, right? I mean, we have 19 damage currently, so they need a removal spell. Plus we have the cage. No blocks here. I mean, we have lethal, so they have to kill one of these things. And we can still follow up with 4 blockers. Unless they have a Into the Flood Maw can bounce the Elspeth at some point. If they bounce the... No, we just replay the Elspeth this turn. They scoop. Okay. Lethal Crackback could not be prevented. That was a nice win. I think we'd feel bad if we lost another mono red game there. Veteran 501 says about the blue-white control deck, I think authority of the consoles is a must in this meta, especially that lands give haste. So the problem is it doesn't really play that well with temporary lockdown. And lockdown is good against a lot of things. And authority is more narrow. It's really just good against haste decks. I mean, it's okay. It can be okay in other scenarios. A little bit of life here and there. We're on the draw again, dude, with no 1 or 2 drops. I mean, you auto-lose with this hand to mono red, but if it's not mono red, like, it is okay. I don't love it. It's black. Torn Duress. There goes Elspeth. Alright. No 1 drop or 2 drop still. I think one of the salvagers can go. If they have lots of removal, then Evangelist does put out more bodies. Pick it up, put it back down. Okay, it's gonna be one of those games. So who are we discarding next? I guess we discard maybe the Salvager here? Or the Evangelist and hope we can hit Mistmoors next turn before the next round of discards. To 16. Alright, I think we're going to drop the Evangelist here, even though the flying blockers are kind of relevant. And we hope they can't discard again, or kill the Elf, shuts down our Mistmoors, but still have one more 3-drop to play here. Okay. I don't know if you discard the Mistmoors or the Toby here. I guess you discard the Mistmoors because there's no guarantee we hit land. But it's too bad because the 2-1 actually does block quite well. Alright. We don't have to decide just yet. One last land. Alright, we hit the land for the Mistmoors. I don't think we offer the Death Touch trade. Guess we offer a series of double blocks, which is not ideal. Alright. I mean, we want to kill the Preacher because the free draw every turn is very nasty. Attack with everything. Oh god, that's so bad. Do you think they have the next nowhere to run in hand? Probably, right? Pretty happy to block here. We lose everything if they can kill the 3/3. We lose everything, which is probably not worth it. So I think this is our only block this turn. Any nowhere to run, any go for the throat. It's a very decent blowout. So what's the question here? I guess the question is, do you know where to run to save the Pixie? Is that the question? Whew, Cage off the top. We do think they have nowhere to run left in hand. Is there any way to bait it out? Not really, unfortunately. I guess we can watch for stick right now. There is stick. It feels like they have nowhere to run in hand. We just don't know. So there's an Elspeth. I mean, if we wait for the Toby, then we do get to pull it off. I mean, I'm pretty sure they have nowhere to run in hand. That's what it feels like. You can attack, because I just don't think we're really blocking under these conditions. I mean, they either are on full control or they have nowhere to run. So I don't think we can go for the cage yet. Just the Kieran. I guess let's see what they pick here. They want to pick up the nowhere to run. Okay. So we cage now. It's on our end step, right? We're not going to be able to use the Elspeth abilities. So it'll be potentially killable. It's no good way to do it, right? If they top deck the next nowhere to run. Yeah, I mean, if we want to do this, we have to do it now. But then we just lose... Oh god, it's not great. I mean, you at least survive. You at least survive nowhere to run. We do get to cast this thing. But it's on our end step, so we don't get to use any abilities. So now they can try to attack it down, but they can't kill her in one turn. And we can trade off the 4/4 for a Preacher. If they know where to run it. We're going to be left over with an Elspeth, I think. Other option is to do nothing there. Try to play out Toby on our turn for 3, get a 4/4. And then cage onto the 4/4. And hope we have enough creatures left to trigger the cage on our turn. They just go face, though. Yeah, I will offer this block, I think. How are we going to win here? I mean, we need to kill the Preachers at some point. They can nowhere to run it. They trade their nowhere to run for our 4/4. So that's a lot of damage to take. Take 5 this turn, it's not great. Pixie. Pick it up. Put it back down. Lose our last card. I mean, we're looking for a nice top deck here. I think a lot of things would be okay. I don't know if anything's going to help us win the game, though. Down to 4 versus Pixies is not a great place to be. We'd have to top deck a Shelter to gain any amount of life. Nowhere to run now. Okay, we are about out of resources here. 1 card left in hand is the get lost for the Elspeth. I think that's going to wrap up our day here today. Here is a land. Yeah, I think we're good. We can block one of these. We cannot do it all, right? I think we're good. Okay. You know, some days just go like that. This is not a A-tier deck. This is, in my mind, always been kind of a gimmicky deck. It's seen some, some play at the pro level, but yeah, this deck has never quite struck me. It's an interesting one, though, for sure. I mean, the freebie off the cage is nice if you can pull it off, but it is it's difficult to pull off if there's lots of removal. But I do like Elspeth. I think Elspeth is very cool here. Compared to the Break Glass, I mean, it hits from a different angle. Planeswalkers obviously don't get swept up as well, so in some matchups, it's going to be really nice to have the Planeswalker out. You could do a mix between the Gearhulk and the Elspeth if you really wanted to, but I think Elspeth is awesome, and the 0 ability to give everyone +1 in flying and swing for lethal next turn when you're already building a wide board is very cool, so I like that. I'm not sad I didn't run the Behemoth. I mean, yeah, I mean, if this is ever in your hand, you're just never going to cast it, right? I think there were 0 games we ever got up to 8 lands organically, so you have to just get super lucky to get it into the cage on time, so yeah. I think the deck is fine. It's a 50-50 deck. Technically, it's probably over 50-50. We went under 50-50 today, but just some RNG to that as well. It's an okay deck if you like this kind of thing. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, you can leave a like, a comment, and a subscribe. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.